Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about interior design tips and inspiration. In today's video, we're going to be continuing our series all about different design styles. And today we're going to be talking about the modern interior design style. We're going to be breaking this video down into 4 different sections. One about the background, the second about key elements of this style and how you can identify this style. The third is how you can incorporate some of these ideas to make your home feel more modern. And the fourth is similar styles in case you are interested in this style, but maybe don't fall in love with it completely. So the very first thing that I want to address in this video is the difference between modern interiors and contemporary interiors. And sometimes they're used interchangeably, but they are actually different. So modern interiors refer to an actual specific time period, where contemporary is ever-changing. The time period for modern interiors goes from the late 19th century all the way until the mid-20th century, with the height of this being kind of like the 1930s. Whereas with contemporary design, you can think of contemporary being equivalent to current. It's not an actual time period. Contemporary design is always evolving and is whatever is the most current. I think a reason why there's a lot of confusion between these two is because a lot of contemporary design has a lot of modern influences, although they are not the same. Some additional background on modern design. The whole idea of modern design is that form is following function. So this style is very simplistic, and that's because there was a lot of rapid growth happening during this time period. Mass production started during this time period, and to be able to produce things very quickly, and so designs of furniture and other things were simplified to be able to mass produce things more quickly. Not only in a need to produce more, but modernism and modern design was in a response to more of these decorative and traditional design styles. So when you think about styles in fashion or interior design, you can think of a pendulum. So if something's really popular, then eventually people are going to get sick of that, and the pendulum's going to swing to the other side and kind of want a very big contrast. And that's what happened with modern design. Things were very, very decorative for a long time and a lot of pattern and color, and modernism kind of made the pendulum swing because people were getting sick of that and needing to produce more things. So modern design was born that way. This was all reinforced by using newer materials like concrete, metals, and glass. And this is where we see a lot of flat roofs come into architecture, very tall ceilings, and a lot of large windows. All right, now let's talk about some key elements that you would see in modern design. Starting with architectural details, you're not going to see as much molding or paneling or kind of like these extra decorative items that you would see in traditional design. All of the extra embellishments that traditional design has, there's an absence of in modern design. So it's very clean and very simplistic. But like I said, some of the architectural details that you would see are very tall ceilings, would be larger windows, a lot more of those glass metal materials. As far as furniture, you're going to see a lot of squared and straight, clean lines, which was definitely kind of a newer concept. You'll see more steel and metal and those types of materials being incorporated into furniture design. Chrome was a huge finish during this time period, so you'll see a lot of chrome in furniture or in plumbing and different things like that. And you also see very minimal patterns and a lot of sleek materials. As far as color palettes go, modern design is mostly very neutral color palettes. You'll often see quite a bit of gray tones, and if there is any color outside of neutrals, a lot of time they're primary colors. For accessories, you really don't see too many accessories. It's very minimal. The main thing in modern design that people accessorize with is artwork. So you really won't see a lot of knickknacks and a lot of things on a coffee table or in the kitchen or in different areas. It'll be pretty clean and minimal, just focused more so on the art. If you're really into modern design, here are some things that you might want to consider incorporating into your home to give it the modern feel. When you're decorating with art, what you are going to want to be looking for is very large scale pieces, something that's going to fill the room. You're not going to want multiple art pieces right next to each other like a gallery wall. So go for more large scale art pieces and that are abstract. Abstract was very big during this time. To go along with that minimal idea, abstract art is pretty minimal. There's not a lot of detail. It leaves a lot up to interpretation because of its minimal appearance. Another thing you'll want to do is to skip on decorative details. So on your cabinetry, for example, a very sleek slab cabinet door. For base molding, you'll probably want something pretty squared, not a lot of detail on it. You'll probably want to just skip crown molding altogether. Any of those essential details like base molding and cabinetry, you'll want to make sure that those are very simplistic and not very decorative. Another thing that's really big in modern design is asymmetry. The traditional design style seems a lot more formal because of the symmetry, whereas here with modern design, you want to do a lot more asymmetric things. So you'll see a lot of asymmetric designs with fireplaces or furniture layouts. So those are two different areas when you want to incorporate asymmetry into your design. The last thing you may want to consider for modern design is geometric shapes. Like I said, there's a lot of clean, straight, harsh lines. Geometric shapes come into play a lot, and you see them quite often in modern design. Okay, now let's talk about a few similar design styles in case you like this design style, but you're not sure if it's 100% for you. Minimalist interior design style can be very similar to modern because there's not going to be a lot of extra things happening. It's going to be very clean and based a lot around functionality. You may also want to look into contemporary design. Like I said, currently a lot of contemporary design includes modern elements, some newer things mixed in that updates the look and maybe brings in a little extra warmth and coziness. And then the last interior design style you may be interested in is mid-century modern, which they come from very similar time periods, so there is a lot of overlap. They do have a little bit more warm color palettes happening. And if you are loving this interior design style and you still like a lot of elements from traditional design, stay tuned for next week's video where we marry traditional design with modern and contemporary design to get transitional design, which is one of my personal favorite styles. So you might be interested in that as well if you've liked these first two design styles we've discussed. That's everything that we have for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.